Hey, what's going on, everybody? Check this out. Giving some transplant love. All right, let me just break this down real quick, so I got to get to planting. There's my patience right there. There's probably 20 or so plants. I don't even know, but I'm trying to do as many as I could today. Those are the pots. These are 10-gallon pots. I'm going to make it around 8 gallons, 7, just to get more out of the soil. And plus, I could always add a little bit of soil later. Those right there, those are the 15 gallons I'm going to use for the elephant ear, because there's some big pods. This is what I'm doing with soil. You see, I took 2 of the best commercial soils and mixed them. I got the Pro Mix HP here, and then I got the Happy Frog. Happy Frog's got a lot more nutrients in it, and this guy's got maybe it has more mycorrhizae, you know, for the roots, but they both got. This also has a mycorrhizae and humic acid you see there. Plus, it's got somewhere it says it has the. I believe it has the other fertilizers like the bat guano, the bat poo-poo, and the worm castings a little bit. But anyway, so what else I did was I did add some more earth castings. I ordered. I also put some of this micros, give it a little extra love. Just you can see the. No, you can't. You can see this thing here. I put in just a few of these in there. You'll see the my soil mix in a second. I got the insect frass. This thing kind of helps with bugs control, because I had such a big problem with white flies last year. It's going to lead me into the next thing. I also put some of this in here. I put just one handful of this stuff. It's the Happy Frog. You see the all-purpose fertilizer, and that's going to give it a little more. Oh, it has some microbes in it. I just put a little bit in there because I actually had it. And this is a fruit and flower one. This is the one I really like. I think peppers don't really need a lot of nitrogen. You see the active soil micro, so it has some of that in there too. You see I got another bag of that. I had this stuff for a while. I just had to put it out for you guys to see what was going on. So I kind of just put a little bit of this in here and then mixed that. So I really think all you really need is this guy here. I mean, this bag is, I just had gotten it. I forgot even why. I think because of maybe the microbes or whatever. But it's the same nitrogen. The first one's the nitrogen. So anyway, so that's the mixture I have. I'm really trying to go, what's that called? Organic. I'm just getting something for you guys to look at in a second. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to explain why in a second. Well, if you see the top here, this stuff here, this is the stuff I added to the soil. I've already mixed the two together, and I added this on the top of it, and I'm going to really just mix it up really good so it gets all up in there. And then my goal will be to is put that in there, get it in the soil, get the transplant going, and then wait a little while. Excuse me. I got a little hiccups here. Just ate. And anyway, so I'm going to wait a little while, and then I could add to what I need to do. I could add some of this stuff here, put a little batch straight up, and just put a little on top of the pot. This is just some extra stuff I had. I'm just kind of mixing it in there so I don't waste it. So I'm just going to put a little bit in each one. I got a few of these pots like this. I want to kind of use it up, because I'm making my own stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I could do this straight, put it on top and kind of mix it in, or I could add some soil, like some maybe leftover soil or some fresh soil, and add to it, and that only makes more roots. So anyway, I got to continue mixing this up. But here, I left this here in the bale. I think these are called bales, but either way, it's really, really compacted, this guy here. This was not so much because it's pretty loose, but this is very compact. So you're going to see a lot of it like this in pieces, chunks like this. They've got to be broken up. So if you're going to mix them like I did, you really want to put the the Pro Mix first, or whatever the bale might be. Mix that up and crush that up real good, and then put your other soil. Or if you're just using that, I mean, you still got to break it up really, really good. I actually going to add a little bit of Pure Light in there. I got some bigger chunks, and then I got the smaller bags. I'm going to put on top, and then I'm going to mix it in there, a little aeration. And I got the bigger ones, because the smaller stuff that you get from Home Depot or whatever, the small bags, they kind of just float to the top and just float out of it. So that's what I'm going to put the bigger chunks in there with the smaller ones. These are the smaller ones. You can see it actually comes with the soil. See how small that is? That actually will come up and float. But the ones I got from Home Depot, it's Miracle Grow, and it does have a little bit of fertilizers in it too. But it's a little bit older now, so I don't think it's probably lost some of its strength, possibly. Just like this is also, you could look at the Pro Mix. You see the dates. This is a little bit older. This is from last year, but I always had it in a cool area, so it's not going to hurt it too much. See, you see the date. That's June 26th, and then you see the one I got yesterday. That's December. You want to try to get close as, the youngest as you can, because it's going to hold. I believe this holds it for a few years, and it's really strong for like 6-7 months. Whatever. But sometimes they just have them, and they're holding them by the time it's shipped and all that stuff. But again, I'm adding that stuff to it. Okay, real quick. I just want to show you, I have used Botanic here. I got a bunch of other products right here. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to mix me up a little batch. I got my 35-gallon trash can here. I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to transplant with that, and that's where I'm going to use this stuff, all these here, and I'm going to put Rapid Start for the roots, so it gives it some root love. This is later on what I was using when it's growing. I'll probably add this maybe when I'm doing adding some more of this stuff here at the same time, like in 6 weeks, 2 months. And just give it a little bit of shot of this real quick, and then this stuff, because you got to let this stuff work too. But the liquid stuff is going to, of course, work right away, and that's the reason why I'm going to mix up a little batch of this. Because you got the Cal Mag, you got some Vitamin Love here. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there, and then Silblast is really cool. That's probably the only product I'll keep going. As you can see, I got a lot of that stuff here, and then the Bloom. I'll probably just put a little bit in there too, so it really hits it overnight. And so that's how I'm doing things. This is pretty much how I kind of do stuff, but I'm doing some changing up and doing a lot more of this, because in the long run, this is going to be better for the plants. It's organic. It's less troubles because you got it in the soil. It's sitting there for you. So when it's raining, it's dry, whatever, it's there. But of course, when it's dry, you want to make sure it does stay moist. But when it's wet and you can't really, when it's wet outside in Florida, it's so rainy, you really can't fertilize too much. What are you going to do? You're going to take this, mix it in a gallon here, and put water to a plant that's already got too much water in it. Doesn't really make sense to me, So that's why, another reason why I'm going the organic route. Plus, I think the plants are going to like this better. And it's also, in the long run, I believe it's cheaper. So less work, cheaper, better for the plants. There's no way you can argue with that. And like I said, I'm not against Botanic here. I spent the hundreds of dollars every few months. I'm going to see what I'm going to do with that. I'll probably even just use these up, maybe hit it once a month, or when it's a really, really hot day, or a heat wave, I'll hit it. When it gets really cold in the winter, I'll hit it, some of it, because it's really good and it makes the plant, the stem and all that stuff, pretty strong. So a little more tolerant. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to take off. I got a lot of planning to do. Later.